How much emphasis do you put on trust in your business? It's an interesting question because a lot of people just assume that other businesses or their customers trust them. And yet then they turn around and take actions or do things where they break that trust with their customers or their partners. And they do it for a variety of reasons, which obviously we can't understand sometimes, whether it's a lack of confidence in their business, in their abilities, or the marketplace, or whatever their reasons are. But they choose to break that trust by intentionally not sharing information, which is critical. And when they do that, they break that trust. So whether it's with their customers or with their partners, I see this happen time and time again. And it's really unfortunate because at the end of the day, the truth is going to come out, and whatever they're hiding or whatever they've done to break that trust is going to get uncovered. And especially if you're going to sell your business, you're trying to hide information, which unfortunately we see this as we're dealing with prospective businesses to sell their business or to help them sell these assets. And when it comes down to critical points of conversations or negotiations, certain elements will always come up or eventually get uncovered. And yet these business owners think that they can slide through and they can move on to something else. And it's unfortunate because in the end, they end up losing way more than they would have had they just been honest and upfront initially with a prospective either customer or with a prospective buyer of their business, because you can mitigate those issues. Now, granted, the business might be worth less in the end if you're choosing to sell it, or that customer may not buy that product. But if you have that feedback loop, you can address those issues and then fix the issues. But when you intentionally hide things, you end up breaking that trust, and that is most unfortunate. But I see it time and time again. And in the end, when you do that, you end up losing across the board, and yet people continue to make those mistakes. So I'm curious, comment below what experience you've had where a business has broken trust with you as a customer and or maybe a partner, and how does that make you feel about that business, about that person, or about that relationship that's been developed? Because when you think about it, it's so hard to build trust. It's so competitive these days, and it's so hard to do, but yet you can break it and lose it so quickly. And yet it happens time and time again. And it's really unfortunate. But the lesson here is to not do that, because in the end, you will be rewarded. That I can assure you. And when we're dealing with businesses now, as we're helping them sell their assets, the ones who are more transparent and are open about things with prospective buyers or with their customers, they're going to get rewarded in the long term versus trying to take shortcuts and trying to mislead people, especially if they're doing it intentionally. So takeaway is don't make that mistake and focus on building trust and maintaining trust, and have that be the foundation of your business and every decision you make, to make sure that you're not breaking that trust and losing that trust. All right. Thanks.